In this video, I'm going to solve a simple interest problem and then give you a similar problem to work on after we're done. So let's take a look at the problem. Before I get into that, I want to review the simple interest formula that's available to you when you take the GED practice test or the actual test. You do not need to memorize this, but you do need to memorize how to use it. So that formula looks like this. I equals P times R times T. Even though that's written PRT, it means that we're multiplying each one of those pieces together. So I is the amount of interest, and it's in dollars. It's an amount of money, not a rate. P is the amount of money that is either borrowed or saved, deposited in a savings account or something like that. R is the actual rate, but it's important to remember that that needs to be in a decimal format, not a percent format. So I'm just going to write decimal there to remind us of that. And T is always the time in years. And generally in these problems, you're going to be given an amount of time in years. So there's our formula, and I'll leave that over there as we work through this problem. Let me change my color. So let's read through the problem. You loan your friend $250 at 5% simple interest for 2 years. So the key numbers that we need here, 250, 5%, and 2 years. So let's label these in terms of these letters that are in our formula. $250 is the amount being loaned. So that's P. P equals 250. 5%, that is sort of R. So let's write it this way. R equals 5%, but we want to convert that to a decimal. So we divide 5 by 100 and we get 0.05. That's the number we're going to use in our formula. And then T is pretty straightforward. That's 2 years. And since we always want to measure time in years, we'll just write the number 2 there. We have everything we need for this formula now, P and R and T. Now let's look at the two questions that are being asked here. How much interest will they pay? That's what this formula is for, to calculate the amount of interest. So let's use it. I equals P, which is 250. I'm going to put parentheses around here to show that we're multiplying. R, we want to use this decimal form of R, 0.05. And time is 2 years. So all we need to do at this point is multiply those three values together. 250 times 0.05 times 2. That gives us a value of, if you followed along in your calculator, $25. That is the amount of interest that would be collected over a 2-year period. So that would answer question A. And we would say the answer to that one is $25. Now let's look at B, which is related, and often this is the question in a problem like this. What is the total amount they will pay back at the end of 2 years? Well, in order to answer that question, all we need to do is add the interest to the original amount P. So we might think of that as P plus I. The principal, that's what P stands for, the original amount, 250, plus the interest of $25. We add those two together and we get $275. And that would be the amount that they would have to pay back at the end of that 2-year period, the original amount plus the interest. Okay, I hope that helps understand this kind of problem a little bit better. I'm going to clear those drawings, and as I always do, I'm now going to queue up a similar problem. Let me just read through it. You loan your friend $500 at 7% simple interest for 3 years. The two questions are the same. How much interest will they pay? And what is the total amount they will pay back at the end of 2 years? So you can follow those same steps that we just followed in the previous problem, and you should get the correct answer. Pause the video at this time, and then when you're ready, you think you have your answer, continue the video and you will see the answer. If you get the incorrect answer, I would go back and watch the video again and try it a second time, and hopefully you get it correct that time. Okay, good luck.